So guys, I'm with AT&T, as Kim has stated, and we love Grandview, and we love the Grandview community, and it's exciting to hear all of the different focuses of business here that are on this call today. AT&T, many people know us, many people maybe may not know who AT&T is now, but you know, we have been so proud to, for over 144 years, be in the business of connectivity. You know, our purpose is connecting, is creating connections with each other, with your communities, with everything you need, you people, businesses need to thrive. We also pride ourselves on valuing the connectivity to the stories, that your everyday lives, the stories and experiences that matter most. So with that, I'll be very brief because I have two colleagues here today. Rhonda Cheatham and Beth Chambliss are going to talk with you all about our connectivity with regard to the business community and also with regard to the first responder community. I'm not going to go into long introductions. I'm going to let them say a little bit about themselves, but they are valued members of our community, and they're valued members of AT&T, and they have some pretty cool stuff to share with you today. So with that, I'll kick it off to Rhonda. And I know Rhonda has a presentation that's going to be shared. We'll go with Rhonda first, and then Beth, and then we will take any questions you have, either today or if you'd like to contact us later. Okay? Thank you. Rhonda.
Thank you, Madeline. Good morning, everyone. My name is Rhonda Cheatham. And just a little bit about myself. One, I am a Grandview resident, so it's really nice to hear all the different things that's going on there, especially with the view, all the different things that I didn't even know existed, and I actually live there in the city. So I'm glad they asked me to do this. I have been with AT&T going on 23 years now. I've started in the business office as a representative when it was Southwestern Bell. And then I did some various things. I traveled the country doing some training. I ventured out, and now I'm in Belton, where I work, and I'm at our retail store. Retail is so different than what I used to do, simply because I actually get to see people face to face. I see customers, I see as well as consumer, but I see a lot of business customers coming in that didn't know about our different business plans. So as a business expert, that's what I'm going to call myself, but as a business expert, because that's what I've done for the last 23 years, when I came into the retail side of the house, I was really shocked that a lot of customers didn't know we had business service. A lot of customers would come in and say, hey, I have a business, but they want consumer pricing. Oh no, that's not the best thing to do, simply because we have business plans for business customers. So all of you guys out there, the churches, the tree trimming service, all you guys out there, we have plans for you if you are not aware of those. So I'll go ahead and get started on the slides. That way you can actually see it with me speaking. So whoever wants to load that slide for me, I'd greatly appreciate it.
Yes, Sharon's setting that up.
All righty.
And Rhonda, while we're waiting, I would love to add you to our chamber email distribution list so that we can, you know, AT&T is the member, and of course Madeline's the point of contact, but we can have as many AT&T folks on our email distribution as we'd like to, and we'd love to get more connected with you as a resident and, you know, somebody that's already associated with the member. So if I could have your permission, we will put you on our email distribution list.
Absolutely, Kim, that would be awesome. Yeah.
And I'm not quite sure what the holdup is. Sharon? Sorry for the delay. We did practice this. Of course, it always goes well in practice.
It always works like that, Kim. It's okay. And I know Sharon, the wheels are turning. She's trying to get it going.
Okay. Here we go.
Awesome. Okay, so if everybody can see it, hopefully, I'm going to talk it through. This is our AT&T service for business. And in the next slide, we're going to talk about 3 different things with me. Beth is going to be talking about FirstNet after this, so I left that part out, which is pretty awesome for our first responders. But what I'm going to talk about are the business rate plans, our business discounts and promotion, and our business wireless internet. Okay. And our next slide talks about our different business rates. So what you guys are looking at, you're looking at the 3 primary rate plans. Now, I do need to say that AT&T business plans, we have probably over 100 different business plans. They're equipped to fit individual businesses. However, the reason why I went with these plans is because there are a lot of virtual companies. There are companies doing things virtually, so therefore I figured these would be the better plans to start off with, plus they're our most popular. So if you look at our Business Unlimited Elite plan, that plan starts at $85 per line. That does include auto pay and paperless billing. This plan also gives the user unlimited talk, text, and data. It has our advanced mobile security and our business fast track. And it also gives 100 gigs of personal hotspot, which allows the user to connect to their tablet, laptop, or any other wireless device needed to conduct their business. The next plan is our AT&T Unlimited Performance. I'm sorry, Business Unlimited Performance. And it's a little bit cheaper. It's $10 less, so it's $75 per line with auto pay and paperless bill. It gives the user the exact same unlimited talk, text, and data as the Elite package. However, one of the differences, you get 30 gigs of personal hotspot instead of 100 gig. Now, this is per line. I think I should have put that in there. This is actually per line for the hotspot. And then it also has the fast track, but the fast track is not part of the performance. And then lastly, now I'll tell you, this is one of the most popular plans simply because it's less expensive. During this pandemic, I know customers are going for less expensive, which I completely understand. It still gives you unlimited talk, text, and data. There's no personal hotspot. So for customers or business employees who are working from home and they can have their own internet service where they can connect Wi-Fi, this plan is actually good for them. You don't have to have that hotspot if it's not needed. These plans are interchangeable. So if you have one employee, say they live out in Peculiar where there's no really good internet service, the Elite might be a better option. And then you may have someone who lives in Grandview where they can actually get a little bit of better internet service to starter. So you can actually mix and match in these plans. So you do not have to have all unlimited or all Elite or all starter, etc. Also, if you guys are doing any business in Canada or Mexico, all of the plans give unlimited talk and text to Canada and Mexico. We do have international plans also, but they're not unlimited. Okay, so the next slide, we're going to talk about just how the actual rate plans kind of work. So I know when you first saw that Unlimited Elite where you said $85 per line, it's like, oh, that's a lot for one line. But let me explain how that works. The more lines on the account, the per line rate actually goes down. So for example, if you're on an unlimited plan, it starts at $85 for one line. However, the more lines you add, the monthly rate drops. So if you add a second line, both lines are $75. The third line, both lines are $65. Now, once you reach 5 lines, each line on that Business Unlimited Elite goes down to $40 per line. So for 5 lines, you're paying $200. Again, these are actual pricing that if everybody wants the Elite, you can have the Elite, or everybody can do the starter, so it all depends. But our starter plan gets the customer all the way down to $30 per line. So you see how it jumps from that 85 for one line. And then you have more lines added, the rate goes down. So that's the biggest point I wanted to, that's the biggest part I wanted to point out here, because right now during this pandemic, everybody wants to save. Everybody's working from home. Everybody's doing all kinds of different things. So that's why I wanted you guys to see how these plans work. A lot of people were not familiar with our business plans with AT&T. So now kind of giving you an idea, it helps a little. Well, hopefully it helps a little. All right, next, we're going to talk about our discounts and promotions. So if you set your service up as a business class of service, all of your activation fees are waived. So we normally charge a $30 per line activation fee. However, those are waived on a business account. Now, if you're doing any type of business from home, even if you needed to get your family on this same plan, guys could still use this same plan to save money. The next one is we have a $100 bill credit when you activate a new line. So if you activate 6 lines, you're going to get $600 in bill credit. Now, if you guys currently have Verizon or T-Mobile or any other carrier, and you want to port your same phone number from that carrier to AT&T, we're going to give you $250 in bill credits. So that means if you port 4 lines from another company, we're giving you $1,000 in bill credits. We also have some deals on our for new and existing customers on our smartphones, tablets, smartwatches. Right now we have a promotion that you can get $700 off the iPhones, $800 off Samsung phones, and $800 off the Motorola Razr. I don't know if you guys remember those original Razr phones, but I know that was the thing back then. They've come back. They're so different now, but they're really awesome. I think the regular price for that phone now is $1,500, but you get $800 off of it. But I remember Razrs back then were what, $200-300, and we were just like, oh my God, that's too much for a phone. And then we also have our buy one get one free on our Samsung and Apple watches, and then we also have 50% off tablets. Samsung tablets, my apologies. No iPads are included in that. So those are just some of the discounts and promotions we have. Some of these are available for consumer accounts, but right now our focus is the business. So you get just a little bit more benefits there. All right, and last, we are going to talk about our business wireless internet. This is a service also a lot of customers did not realize we had. For those living in rural areas, and there are still some parts of Grandview where we cannot come in and add home internet. A lot of people didn't know that, but we do have plans for that. So we have our wireless internet service. And what that would do is that would bring in wireless internet into your location, so you can connect anything that needs to be connected to the internet, your your TVs, your computers, your tablets, anything that you need to connect, your laptops, you can do that with. So it's actually a wireless internet service that does not require any wiring. So you would simply take the box with you. We have them here in the store. You would take it with you, and we will activate it, and they pings off the towers just like your cell phones would. So we've got a couple of plans here. We have our 50 gig plan for $60 per month. We have our 100 gig plans for $100 per month. If you do use this as a home service, if you have any of our TV service, you would also be able to get an additional 50 gigs free. I did not add that in there because I know we're talking about business, but that's a little bit of something there to let you guys know that if you do have TV service, you can get up to 150 gigs. The last thing is that we do offer an unlimited wireless internet, but that's on a case-by-case basis. And we also have another business expert that would be able to qualify you for that. So if you were interested in something like that, you would just contact me or contact any AT&T, sorry, not trying to sell here, but you would contact any AT&T, and then we would pass that on to our business expert. It's a process you have to go through to qualify for it, and I will tell you the rates are a little higher, and that's the reason why I didn't put that on there, because I'm trying to help for those that are going through this pandemic right now. So that's all I have.
Rhonda, thank you. That was wonderful. Everyone will have your contact information. So if they like details after, they can reach out to you.
Okay.
Before we go to Beth, thank you so much, Rhonda. Before we go to Beth Chambliss, I believe, Beth, you'd like us to cue a YouTube video, would you not?
I sure would, yes.
All right. Thank you, Kim, if you could do that.
Yes, Sharon's got it set up. She said it might take just a minute to
So
load
Beth,
up.
why don't you introduce yourself, Beth, while Sharon's doing that?
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for having us. It's a pleasure to meet everybody and get to know Grandview. My name is Beth Chambliss. I relocated from the Chicagoland area a few years ago with AT&T and now supporting the first responders in the public safety community. I cover the state of Kansas and Northwest Missouri. So any county that has a first responder in any of those areas, I support for their technology and their public safety needs. I'm just excited to be able to share this message with you guys because it's so awesome, and I think you're gonna love it.
I'm not sure if the screen froze. Sharon will be working on this, and her husband, he's helping. Okay, here we go. We've practiced. Oh, there we go. I'm sorry, I'm not hearing the audio.
If we can't get the audio to start, I can give a brief synopsis of what we're viewing, if that makes it a little easier for everybody.
Sure.
Yeah.
So what you're seeing is you saw the attacks of 9/11, you saw first responders communicating and the lack of them being able to communicate with each other. So about in 2012, the first Net Authority was created within the Department of Commerce in Congress, and Congress dedicated themselves to assisting in creating a first responder network. So what you're seeing here is different situations since it's been created where FirstNet has supported, whether it's the pandemic, hurricanes, fires. It's a technology that actually works when stuff doesn't. You pretty much get priority services. So say there's a very awful thing that happens and the network is completely congested, because the natural thing for everybody to do is to get on their phone, to communicate, to record, to do whatever you can think of on their phones technical wise. It actually gives first responders priority over all of that data connectivity. So you have your police, your fire, your emergency response that actually are above all of the regular commercial users like you and me, communicating in an emergency so that they can communicate to kind of get the event cleared up, assist and aid in any way that they need to. Now, it's not just for first responders, it's actually for people that support first responders. So when you think of that, you think of the pandemic and all the doctors and nurses and all the hospitals that have COVID testing sites and now vaccination sites. There's a large portfolio of people that support first responders. And if you don't mind, I could share my screen. I have a couple little slides I could show you, and it kind of gives you a little more information.
That would be great. Please do.
Okay, sure. It'll be a PowerPoint that I share. And I'm just going to go to share right now. And I'm just looking for my PowerPoint for you. Okay. So as you can see here, these here are the 3 different users that could have FirstNet. You got your primary users that you saw, your law enforcement, fire, your emergency management, your 911 center, and emergency room staff. You have your extended primary users that are your healthcare, your utilities such as your gas or your electric or solar, even public works, even some parks and recs employees would qualify under the utilities to be contacting first responders in an emergency. Then you have your transportation, such as trucking companies that may be transporting critical needs to a hospital or to the government, such as ventilators, masks, you can only imagine the different things that would need to be transported. And then you got your support services, which are user that can have FirstNet are individuals that pay for their own service. They're called subscriber paid users. That's the one I kind of want to point out a little bit. You have here all the different users, the primary, which is what we've gone over a couple times already with the police and the fire and whatnot, and then your extended primary, which are, you can see here, your state registered doctor and nurses, physician's assistants, field technicians, government utilities, sworn, non-sworn law enforcement, and even hospital staff. So I just want to let you know, we appreciate every essential worker that is never got to work from home this whole pandemic, and just in the everyday, day by day, what any essential worker has to do and deal with. It's appreciated by AT&T, by FirstNet, and it's recognized. So I just want to let you know, if you have any friends, if you have any family, yourself, are in any one of these categories here, we definitely should look into FirstNet for you so you can get a prioritized service for when you may need it the most. And then I'll just kind of go over adoption in the state of Missouri. As of right now, there's 33,000 FirstNet users. There's about we'll round it up to 680 different agencies. We've had a couple sign on since this was created, and you can kind of see the breakdown of there's 15,800 primary, meaning like your fire and police that have signed up. You got your sub-paid users, such as individual paid users, you got 9,800 of those, and extended primary, such as your tow companies, tree cleanup, plow, transportation. We had about 7,400 of those. So It's a product that's been available only for a few years now. You probably haven't seen much advertisement on it, which is why we wanted to make sure we took some time to share with you today. And I know I'm running, I got 2 minutes. So the very last is just a little snippet of the rate plans that we have. We have very, very nice rate plans for individual users, as you can see. There's no throttling, unlimited talk, text, and data, starts at $40. And then even first responders get a free Apple Watch when they activate it on their plan. If they don't have AT&T and they switch, they get 3 months free as well. And then the more services you have, the more discount you get, as you can see. And I am open to questions. That if you'd like to contact me after this, I can provide my email and phone number if you have any additional questions. The store in Belton's awesome. Rhonda's awesome. I know they are well educated in all of this as well. And I really appreciate your guys' time today. And that'll be all I have.
Thank you, Beth. And again, our apologies on the sound on the video. We did practice with it twice and it worked both times, but here's what we'll do. We'll do a follow-up thank you on Facebook and those things, and we'll include the clip and put it out there to our audiences through social media. I know Sharon will be happy to do that.